Hello one and all, this is Hybridsteel. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Today we're going to be looking at a brand new game that isn't even out yet, and this is called Cyberpunk Bar. It's a simulation game as a bar owner set in the very distant future with mechanical bits and pieces and so on and so forth, and basically we take the role as a bar owner. Now I've been given, well I say given access, to be fair the access in this game is actually fairly simple. You can go on to their Kickstarter page, you can actually download the demo for this and give it a try yourself of the game, and basically asked if it was possible to do a video. He said yeah, sure, it's all good, get more eyes on the game, it's brilliant. Now the game is still in very early alpha phase, so the one thing you're going to have to take into consideration whilst watching this video is the graphics are going to be a little bit like tuned down. I can't really do a lot when you consider like moving around the city, because later on you can go into different buildings, upgrade your bar and so on and so forth, but going by the way that the game is at the moment, some of this game doesn't even exist very pre-alpha. So as you can see, this is the starting screen. You will have periodic expenses at the end of each month and week for rent, supplies, employees, and so on and so forth. Now this alpha doesn't have employees as such, so it's just you, so it will show you as you go through. You also have some navigation buttons for the overworld, jukebox, drink, music, shop, and these are all the buttons at the bottom as you can see right here. Popularity determines how many people enter your bar and buy drinks. Block, how many people are walking around in the area, so you can see the pathways. When this is like full of people, block will go up. Bar, the change in passing customers will enter your bar, so the amount of people that are going to walk past and go, oh, there's a bar there, that's what you got to look out for. And chance and drinks, the chance of customers who will buy more drinks at higher prices. So as every bar goes, you have to pay attention to how much you're charging per drinks and so on and so forth. Click buildings, characters to interact with them. Why don't you meet your first customer? So let's go and meet my first customer. This lady sitting at the bar. Pretty lady. Hello miss, you know you're my very first customer of the day ever. I just opened the doors to customers for the first time, and you have the privilege of being my first. Is that so? I'm not from around here, so I couldn't know. Where are you from, miss? Not often you see a pretty lady in a country skirt in Sin City. Oh yeah, it's Sin City. Pretty lady, it's complicated. I won't pry, just making small talk. What can I get you? The pink petal. What's the alcohol content? It's a light drink, around 7%, but I can reduce that. Oh, yes, please. Phew, that was nice. That's enough for me. That's enough for the evening. There's almost no alcohol in there, and you've only had one drink. Frankly, there's no way you can be drunk. Pretty lady. But there is a way. A very low tolerance. In fact, right now it only takes me 2 milliliters of ethanol to reach the state of inebriation. That's a word I can never say. So, in a state of getting pissed up, let's say. That's an oddly specific amount. Pretty lady. I set it right before leaving to look for a bar. Set it? Ah, right. I'm an android. So, right, okay, the game is set that far in the future. Androids look like proper people. Like I said, alpha phase, the characters are a little bit blocky, but you get the gist of how this game looks. So when it comes to the dialogue between you as the bar person and your customers, as this is one of the very few customers you can actually speak to at the moment. I've got to be honest, I actually enjoyed playing this game through, and I'm just going to show you the bits that we have to do just to get through to the like the end phase of the alpha. Okay, so this is a good time to mention, if you are liking this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for all other updates and bits and pieces that I will be putting into this channel. Anyway, back to the game. As you gain popularity, you can increase revenue by raising the prices of your drinks and adding menu items by making new drinks. When shop an icon on the bottom of the screen, why don't you try buying the jukebox? Okay, so this is the basic level of what you have to deal with in all of your situations when it comes to the bar itself. So down here we've got the outside button, and this is the city moving as we see. As I said, it's a cyberpunky sort of universe. It's all good. So we got welcome to Sin City in neons. We've got these futuristic looking vehicles, and this is what happens when you click into a building. If I can click into a building, there we go. Sin Corp reminds you that this is a demo. Basically, as I said, very early pre-alpha. So here we go. The music is determined by the jukebox, which we don't own. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the shop, and we're going to go over here, and we're going to purchase a jukebox. Also, I'm going to purchase advertising, and we're going to whack this up to around $120 to start with a week. This will bring in people into your bar, and from there you're all good. So Another big part about the actual music in the game itself is that it's all YouTube and actual DJ'd music. So what we're going to do is that, and this is one of the credits for the jukebox. Music credits, artificial music, track name, and So It Begins. Artificial music, SoundCloud. So it actually gives you all of the licensing details for the artist. So if you're interested in any of the music that you're hearing in the background, you can go and check out all of these guys in the game. Like I said, if you go over to the Kickstarter page, I will put a link in the description box below. You can check this out for yourself. Okay, so we're going to purchase up some lights, and we're going to buy the clock as well. So it gives us a couple of grand to play with, and she's back. The way that I would see how this game would work is that later on with the game, you're going to have different customers come in. These people are going to be your regulars to make them happy, have conversations with them, and share their stories as well. It goes into a little, when it comes into the dialogue, when it comes between you and the customer, and at the moment the customer is Tracy, you basically have, you're learning about each customer and what they like and who they are, just like any other barman would. But at the same time, you're sort of learning about your character as well, and you don't really learn a lot of this until later on. So obviously each dialogue you're going to sort of start up with somebody, something else about you is going to come out, because obviously you're just playing a barman, but they all have stories. Alright, so you've got 4 options here at the moment. At the moment, as said, pre-alpha. So we're looking at menu, jukebox, make a drink, and shop. This is the shop. Obviously, each thing has a different price tag next to it, and this is going to be one of those things that later on you're going to be buying upgrades for your bar. You're going to be buying different properties, because going by the BIOS of this game, you're actually able to, like, you know, pick up different things later on in life. So it all comes down to what the game is going to hold for you when this game eventually comes out. Now, like I said, Kickstarter, go and check it out. So this is make a drink. So making a drink, you give your name, you give your drink a name. So we're going to call this the Killer. And I'm a little bit of a weirdo when it comes to like making stuff that I'm quite strong. Back in the days of early drinking. So we're going to whack this up to around, if we take this up to about 80%. And we're going to charge 20 for this because it's a heavy drink, you know, and it costs you 500 to do each drink. Now, as you're going through the game, it's best to just sort of make sure you're looking into actually sort of like putting your drinks up in price. And the reason why I'm saying this is because it's the entry level stuff. When you've got people coming into your bar, you're going to want them to buy more. So the Pink Petal and the Brandy Jam are literally the starter drinks. You know, these are people like walking in, oh, I'll have one of those, thank you very much, and it's quite cheap. And then later on you're looking at Frosty Rush, and then you're looking at Pure Mocha, and all of these are like the evolution of when people get absolutely, like, well, drunk, basically. And then hopefully they'll get to the Killer, and that'll knock them out completely, and we'll earn enough money. So we've got Block 31, Bar 46, Drinks 56. This is all good. And as you can see, there are more people walking around. It's very nice. So that's all good, that's all good, that's all taken care of. And the downside, because it is pre-alpha, there's not really a lot else to do. So the best way to sort of like bring in your income is to keep turning up this. Now you can set this as high as you want or as low as you want. And obviously at the start you're only going to be wanting to spend a couple of hundred a week just to bring the advertising in, so you get more customers in. And it is one of those slow evolutions to really start the game, because you've basically got to build up your reputation as a bar with the best drinks. And that's how that's how you have to sit for a little while. Now later on through this game, and what I'll do is I'll actually show you this now. What I will do is go into my settings and we'll load my game. As you can see, this is like end game at the moment. My block is 180, my bar is 210, my drinks are 210. I was able to buy all the tables, I got the jukebox, we got all the lights, the bottles, and we just made this bar look absolutely fantastic. Now we did buy every single accessory, and I was playing around with this, and I think I had this up to about $1,000 a week for advertising. And it just made sense. Loads of people were coming in, we had all this stuff, and I got to a point where I literally have nothing else to buy. Customers keep coming, and as you go through the game, stories evolve. But at the moment, as I've said, pre-alpha, this game doesn't have all the stories attached to it, doesn't have all the in-depth stuff, but I can see the potential in this game, because when you're done, you can go into all these shops, you can look around the city, everything is going to be doing something for you. And I think later on it's going to be expanding the bar into like side buildings, or getting a new bar, or like upgrading a lot more, because a lot of this is stuff that you can mess around with. and this is what I'm expecting from this. As is, I actually like this game. I played it for a while. I got to like month 6, week 2, day 7 now, and you don't have to worry about money. If you can slowly build your bar up to a point where you're making so much money every day, you don't have to worry at all. I like this game for graphics, I like this game for the way it works, and I'd love to see the interaction when it comes to the bar a lot more. So I want to see customers coming in, I want to know their stories, I want to see how the evolution of the bar works as well. Can I change the wallpapers later on? Can I get some new flooring, a bit more live music, that sort of thing. When it comes to the jukebox, yeah, I like this as a good touch, able to find out who actually made the songs. I can go and find them on YouTube, I can find them on like SoundCloud, I can look up the artists if I want, and I like that as well. Character models, I've got to be honest, I think when it comes to the actual character models themselves, they're very pixelated in a way because they're quite big pixels. On the plus side to this, it means it's simplistic. It's easy to see. It's easy to understand. These are your customers. Doesn't matter what shape or form or anything. Maybe later on the actual texturing will be a little bit more smoother, but that's just something that's going to come with this game. I think if it stayed the way it is, I still wouldn't have a problem with it. The game itself is, as I've said, it's a solid game for a simplistic game. I enjoyed it, and it's all good. Simply put, this game has a lot of potential, and I can't wait to see the final product. I don't know when it's coming out. There is a rough date, but it's a little bit in the future. We'll see how things go. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification button below for all other updates, and I'll be back here with another video, live stream, or whatever else I do on this channel. Till then, peace out, have fun, and enjoy everything you guys do. Bye bye.